It's Madden NFL 22, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
A first down throw for Winston. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
42 yards on the ground for him so far. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Escaping the pressure. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jameis Winston with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, they'll throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing. Himself for 11 and a first down. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall.
And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone.
And Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 65 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Jameis to throw it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Davion Taylor
coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Winston. This is caught. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Complete. Smith has it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, no, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it?
Here we go.
They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now John and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fielded at the 20. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running left, Taylor trucks over him. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10, but probably everyone's expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt, You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Sanders. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
That'll be caught. It's Rager. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw again. This is Smith with a grab. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 is a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And Pascal's got it. Uses the stiff arm. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
3rd and long for Winston.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This ball complete to Lega.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Second and 1. He'll fire it deep for Lega. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They'll throw now on the final play.
He'll fire it deep for Lega.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, Winston. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Winston. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's around 3 yards down to the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw is Winston.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for Philly.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Winston. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. That catch good for only a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Jameis now on 1st down.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Winston now. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
My man, it's been a rough that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Philly. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 3. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Lega. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Lega, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they have compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 1st down throw for Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete here to Doyle.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw, Winston. And that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Over the dive that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, Winston on 4th down. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And with the scoreboard against him here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up for 1st and goal.
Forced down, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The option to give to Taylor here.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. But that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Winston. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson, his first touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
We got this.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for Philly.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So 3rd down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Back to throw here. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This from 51 yards for the win. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to go up top again. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
And the Colts are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line.
That was a pretty scramble there by Jameis Winston, but I've got to tell you, partner, if you just put him in a regular event, just watch him run, you're not. You turn on the bright lights, run, wiggle, and pick up first downs.
And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And a crazy ending, a defensive score wins it. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Eagles,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.